What's up, everyone? All right, so here we are finishing Tuesday morning up almost $5,000, $4,700 and some change, a solid green day. And right now, I'm just coming in each day to trade the market that I'm in. Now, the gap scanners this morning weren't super interesting. Didn't end up getting a really good gap and go trade. And actually, my first trade of the day was a short, which is very unusual, but gave me some profit, about $300, and so that starts building the cushion. Second trade, $100, and then third, fourth, and fifth trades on ATAIs where I really opened up, made about $2,000 on that stock. SSLJ hits the high day momentum scanner, it's a recent reverse split, jumped into that, 400 on the first trade, about 1,200 on the second trade, and another 400, 500 on the third trade. So boom, that's how you do it. It's a $5,000 day, close enough anyways. So, you know, almost 2 times the daily goal. Actually, no, more than 2 times the daily goal. Daily goal is $2,000, so 2 times the daily goal. Green is good, and you know, right now, I don't really know where I'm at on the $583 to $1 million challenge. I know I'm, I guess, somewhere between $950,000 and $1 million. I haven't crossed the line yet. I certainly haven't made back everything that I lost in the last week and a half of March, but I'm making progress, and I'll talk about it during the recap. But right now, I'm just trying to keep my focus on having a green day, trading the best quality setups. Because if I start to get in my head and think, oh, I'm only $27,000 away from the line, or I'm only $22,000 away from the line, I just start thinking about, can I make $22,000 today? Because I just want so badly to finish this challenge, you know, to cross this big line and to achieve this thing that I've been working on for the last 2 years. So this last 5% has been the hardest part of the whole challenge, and right now I just got to keep my head down, keep booking green days, and I will cross that line. So this is what I'm doing right now to help me stay focused, and it seems to be working. So for some of you guys who are really focused on your monthly goal of $5,000 a month or $10,000 a month, you know, perhaps putting it out of your mind and just focusing on green days will help you as well. All right, so as usual, any questions, any comments, leave them below. I'll come back through and answer them this afternoon, and I'll see you guys all first thing tomorrow morning. All right, everyone. So we're going to go over our midday market recap here. Trades from this morning. SSLJ, this was the last one that I ended up trading. This one is up, well, 451% on the day, not adjusted for the reverse split. You can see it did a reverse split, although it still is up quite a bit versus yesterday's close, which was nice, gave a little opportunity. And overall, today was a really solid day of trading. I haven't been keeping, like I said, really close track in my calendar of, you know, how this compares to, you know, last week. My calendar's, well, it's empty. I've got nothing in it. My kind of goal this month was to really press the reset button after some big red days last month, and to not be so fixated on daily profits or how today's profit compares with yesterday or how it stacks up with my weekly goal or my monthly goal. So right now I don't really know how much I'm up on the month. I don't really know for sure what the balances are on either of my accounts, my IRA account or my cash account. IRA, well, cash account's up $447 today. IRA is up $4,328. So green on both accounts, which is terrific. Was green yesterday, you know, and so that's good. You know, it doesn't really matter where I'm at on the month or where I'm at in my, you know, $1 million challenge. Just knowing that today I'm green is good. So, you know, that's kind of been a little bit of an adjustment for me, trying to step back a little bit from how typically I would be really tracking my P&L down to the penny. So the trades today, traded a little bit in my main account, a short on CCNI. This one I shorted out of the gates on a bear flag. Didn't end up actually doing that well on it, but let me put this back to a 1-minute chart. Let's see, there we go. So shorted this one right, where was this? I'm like looking at this. Oh, I guess it was right here. Right here is where I shorted it. This is still a 10-second chart. That's why it doesn't look right. 1 minute chart. All right, so anyway, shorted that for the breakdown here, but ended up dipping down to 491 and then, surging back up, which kind of surprised me that it didn't hold those lows as well. So on this one, oops. So I was short at 510 and 509. And then I guess tried to add at 504 and covered at 493 and $5. Tried to cover at 490, 496, didn't get covered there. And so ended up just being a kind of small trade. I did flip long on it, took a little scalp as it squeezed up here, and did okay on it, but not particularly well. So anyways, only up $316 on this one. Just a little bit of a tricky stock to trade, but that's okay. And then ATAI. I started trading this one first in this account here. My first entry on it was $1.66. This ended up hitting a high of $2.54. So, but the thing is, it was a grinder. It wasn't one that was the absolute easiest to trade. My first entry on it was way back here, jumping in at 66. It came up to 76, didn't really hold those levels, and so I ended up selling it at 72, 71, 69 for a small win. I got back in up here and got stopped out, and so I was only up $131 total on it, and that's when I was like, all right, well, if I'm going to trade to the long side, let me just switch over to my IRA account. It's, tax-free, so... once I was done with short trading and sort of adjusted, I switched over to the IRA. And so the first trades in this account were on PHAS. And this was a tricky one because it was on the gap scanner this morning. It's kind of interesting on this one is that, let me just move this over. Gap scanner, you can see right here, I'm going to go time frame, historical date. 9:15 a.m. So PHAS was on here. Second leading gapper up 24%, but the price is on the higher side. 10 million share float. The big concern was that the price was higher. And so when I ended up trading that one, I'll just put this one on a different chart here because we'll come back to ATAI. So PHAS, initially I was kind of like, I don't know, I think this one's probably going to sell off because it looked like it was already stair-stepping down here. So I was sort of looking maybe for a short down this way. But the bell rings and it ends up making this really big squeeze right out of the gates. It surges all the way up to 1660 and then it drops all the way back down here to 1511. So, that was some pretty crazy volatility in the first 3 minutes of the day. And I was like, I don't know, I'm not really sure about it. But when it was consolidating right here, this is where I took my trade in at 39, expecting to break over the $0.50. And we got to move here up to 65. And so, that for me was $429 of profit. It wasn't a big win, and in fact, basically as soon as I got in, I was like, I'm looking for the break of 59, 65, but this is a lot more risk than I was thinking about taking here. The price is higher, the spreads are bigger, and I could easily lose, well, probably $2,000 on this if it goes the wrong way. So I was pretty quick to get right back out of it and just be done with it. So that was it on PHAS. ATAI finished up $1,900 on it in my IRA. Trading this pretty aggressively, scalping it. So getting in, getting out, getting in, getting out. You can see this here was the nicest move, and I jumped in for it. In at 88 for the break over high a day. High was 92, and we got that really nice move here. Bought the first pullback, scalping up through the highs. I think my best exit was like 52 or 51. So this is where I really made my money on it. Didn't really only made $100 here. But this was a really nice ABCD pattern. The pullback, the pop-up, the pullback, and then the break over that level right there is what we look for. And so that was $2,000. So really happy with that. And then SSLJ wasn't on the watch list this morning, but ended up hitting the high day momentum scanner. And so when it first hit the scan, I looked at it and I realized that it was actually a decent 5-minute setup right here. It was hitting the scanner right here at 42, and I jumped in at 42. I think I hit the scanner maybe at 40. Let's see, let's look at this. So there it is, hits the scanner at 341. I got in at 342. I typed it in real quick, SLJ, SSLJ. I then go down here, SSLJ. I saw it and shift 1, boom, I jumped in. I did add my hotkey back on there for shift 1. So jumped right into this. It squeezes up to 57 and gets halted. It resumes higher, goes up to a high of 88, and then sells off. So as it sells off and comes back down, I sold it. I ended up only making $400 on that first trade. It then, as you can see, curls back up here and makes this really nice move. Now this one, it first broke 360 right here and squeezed up to 385 and got halted. Coming out of 385, I took a scalp in at 388, scalping the move here up to 439. So that was a nice winner. And then I got back in for one more trade right here. First 5-minute candle to make a new high, in at 71, anticipating that break. It goes up to a high of 94. And so that added another couple $100. So, you know, this ended up being a much better day than I was expecting. $4,700 or so between the two accounts. Green is good. So, you know, I'm just happy to have a couple of green back-to-back days. Yesterday was, you know, a nice day, about 2,600. Today is an even better day at 4,700. And, you know, that puts me certainly in good shape on the week. Had a great week last week as well. It was slow on Thursday and Friday. I was red on Thursday and Friday, but, you know, I was still in good shape because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was so great. And, you know, here we were getting a pretty nice, strong start to the week. So I can feel good about that. And I'm just looking forward to seeing what we've got in store for us tomorrow morning. All right. So that's it for me. You know, again, not really keeping track of where I'm at on this challenge or anything else right now. Just trying to come into the market each day, trading good quality setups and making some money, and knowing that obviously every day that I'm green, I am making progress. You know, it's kind of a tough thing to put those goals out of my mind a little bit, but it's kind of like just, you know, in like a running race, just another 10 feet, another 10 feet, another 10 feet, just really short term. You know, let's just have another green day, another green day. You know, let's just keep good form and everything else. Ultimately, that'll get me across the line. And, you know, at some point, maybe the end of this week or next week, I'll start to kind of look at what kind of progress I've made over the last 2 weeks. But, you know, at the moment right now, you know, I know I'm still red. You know, I haven't made it all, obviously I haven't made it all back. So I'll probably just kind of, you know, not sweat it too much. Just try to have a really solid month of April. And, you know, right now I know I've got green Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of last week. Small red days on Thursday, Friday. Only lost $500 on Friday. And then green here Monday, Tuesday. Well, see if we can do it again tomorrow. All right, so that's the game plan. Yep, progress is progress. So I hope you guys have a good afternoon. And I'll see you all first thing tomorrow morning, right around 9:15 for our pre-market analysis. All right, see you guys in the morning. If you're still watching, you must have really enjoyed that video. So why not subscribe and get email alerts anytime I upload new content? Remember, when you subscribe, you become a member of the Warrior Trading family.